Every December, millions of families around the world gather in their living rooms, sit down with a hot drink, and enjoy the cozy glow of a brightly lit, carefully decorated tree. But if you pause and look at it objectively, the ritual is a little strange. We chop down a tree, drag it inside our house, and wrap it in electrical wiring. Why exactly do Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus by covering a pine tree in shiny ornaments? The tree is actually composed of distinct historical layers, added over thousands of years. To understand how it got there, we have to deconstruct it layer by layer, uncovering the hidden timeline standing right inside your home. Let's start by mentally stripping away the modern additions. Take off the gifts, lights, and star, leaving nothing but bare, green branches. Now, carry those branches back over 1,000 years, deep into the freezing, sunless winters of ancient Europe. Ancient people noticed a biological anomaly in these forests. While other trees lost their leaves and stood completely bare, looking almost dead, these specific evergreens stayed vibrantly alive all winter long. Long before the first Christmas tree was ever decorated, people would cut these resilient branches and bring them indoors. They served as a physical promise that the brutal cold would eventually break and spring would return. The foundation of your holiday centerpiece originates as an ancient regional emblem of human survival and hope against the winter darkness. Move forward to 16th century Germany. Here, Christian families started taking that ancient practice a step further by bringing entire small evergreen trees into their homes during December. Legend says a Christian reformer walking through the freezing woods at night looked up, noticing brilliant stars shining through the dark, snow-dusted pine branches. Inspired by the sight, he wanted to recreate it indoors. So he added the very first decorations to the indoor branches, small, physical candles. This introduced a distinct theological shift. Those flickering flames explicitly represented Jesus Christ bringing light into a dark world. By placing those candles on those specific branches, believers successfully married an ancient symbol of resilient life with Christian doctrine, creating the earliest version of the tree we recognize today. For the next few centuries, this practice stayed quietly within Germany. The rest of the world was largely unaware of it. That isolation broke in the 19th century. As German immigrants moved to North America, they carried their localized winter customs across the ocean with them. The true tipping point came from mass media publishing illustrations of British royalty celebrating next to a decorated tree. This sparked an immediate craze. Soon, middle-class families everywhere needed their own toy-covered tree to celebrate the season. The modern look was finalized by a technological shift. Open-flame candles on dry pine needles were dangerous, so early electric lights eventually replaced them. Electricity made the trees safe enough to scale up. Soon, enormous lit trees were appearing out in public town squares globally. Through a rapid combination of human migration, print media, and new technology, a tiny regional habit accelerated into a global phenomenon. Now bring all those historical layers back together. Picture that massive, fully decorated tree sitting in the dark room, right as the switch flips and the warm glow fills the space. This diagram maps out the spiritual symbology embedded in the tree's anatomy for modern Christians. The green branches carry their ancient meaning forward, representing eternal life. The lights layered on top remind believers of Jesus, known as the light of the world. Look at the star resting at the peak. That represents the Star of Bethlehem that guided the wise men. And the presents gathered underneath symbolize the gifts given to Jesus, as well as the ultimate gift Christians believe God gave to humanity. Viewed through this lens, the tree becomes a physical map of human history and faith. Every December, when families plug in those lights, they are actively participating in a 1,000-year-old story of survival, joy, and hope.